What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Life of TV. I am Poetry. You are here for a short summary of Married at First Sight, Put a Ring on It, and Ready to Love, child. I haven't did videos in a couple weeks. I think it's been a couple weeks. It might just been a week. And I wanted to try to get caught up a little bit on it. Forgive me if I am belching through this doggone video or burping. It's more like a burp now. I have got acid reflux, y'all. Had never experienced this in my life. It's been constant for like 4 days now. I have this tightness right here in my throat. And I remember a few days ago, I was choking on some food. Sometimes at night when I'm asleep, I choke on my oxygen. But the food got caught in my throat and went down the wrong pipe. And I was fine that day. Went through the whole day, went to bed, woke up the next morning, and it's painful. So I'm on antacids. I forgot what it's called, to try to break it down and heal my esophagus. My esophagus is inflamed. So I'm not trying to do too many videos, and I shouldn't be talking too much. Let me just get right into it. So we're gonna start off with Married at First Sight. Again, this is not recaps. This is just my thoughts on what's going on these past couple weeks. I'm gonna start off with Katina and Olajuwon. Where is Katina's friends? Katina does not have a friend. She does not have a friend. And I think I told y'all before that Jasmina is reminding me of a milder version of Olajuwon and Alyssa mixed together. And every time that she speaks to Katina in regards to her relationship, she always sits there and makes excuses for Olajuwon's behavior. I've noticed this with everybody that Olajuwon talks to. Even with Keisha Knight Pulliam when he goes to the after party. She tries to check him on his shit, and then he uses words and phrases what he calls passion, I call rudeness, to short them in their conversation and make his point. He doesn't receive anything that they're saying while they're talking. He's always like, no, that ain't it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's always doing that to anybody who is trying to call him out on his bullshit, right? And the only person that I don't see that is calling them out is Jasmina. She sits there and makes excuses for him every turn that they come to. Olajuwon has no respect for women in authority. We already saw him shut down Dr. Viviana. We just saw him shut down Dr. Pepper. I just knew Dr. Pepper was gonna come in and tear him a new asshole. That didn't happen either. She tried to call him out on it. She's like, I heard some things. I heard you've been talking to Katina a certain way. I heard you said this about her. And then he says, no, that ain't what happened. If anybody's saying that, then tell them to come talk to me. She talking to you right now, fool. She talking to you right now. But once he gets to that way, once he gets riled up, passionate in his mind, everybody else shuts down. Please call me onto the show. Let me be at the reunion or something. I just want to call him on his shit once. You know what I'm saying? Just once. Now, they have their Instagrams blocked to everybody outside of the show and their friends. So I can't get on this channel and like go in on this monkey ass, but I should. I mean, Katina, I don't know what it is. You can see she got a little bite in her, right? And people keep saying, she know how to handle herself. I think even Jasmine said that before. She know how to handle herself when situations get tough. She riles up. That's what he wants to do. He wants to rile her up. Like he wanted to make her cry. He wants to get her angry. People who are abusive and like control, they like that shit. They want you to step up to them so they can smack your ass back down. Literally and figuratively speaking in most cases. I don't know if he's physically abusive, but I think so. I think he has the capability to do so. And I am seriously worried about that girl. People say he's charming. I don't see his charm. There's nothing that I've been seeing on this TV screen that screams charming to me. Olajuwon has a lot of good advice about other couples, but he can't see his own faults. Everything is Katina's fault. Katina has apologized for every single thing that happens in this relationship. If the wind blow too hard and parties her the wrong way, she apologized because she should have told him that the wind was coming. You know what I'm saying? It's annoying to watch this unfold on TV. It's annoying that the experts had not stepped in prior to this. And then I think the experts are on Instagram and Twitter talking about how it wouldn't be realistic for them to step in. In every season previous to this, when there's a situation that happened, even on the honeymoons, an expert has stepped in with a phone call, a voice video call, or something like that, but not this particular season. It's like that they pick, like it's J Dub said, they pick these couples to be the explosive relationships and you know, just for good ratings, good TV. I want to add on there that they're doing this also to try to make it seem like they are able to resolve. It's like they're trying to build their resume. So they're going to let this whole shit fester, build up and boil over, and then step in and act like they're the guardian angel and the shining light, the silver lining on the situation. That's not what they do. They full of shit. All these experts should be fired. Every single last one of them. This show should be revamped. Because I do believe there can be a time and place for someone to get married at first sight and have a successful marriage. That's what a lot of arranged marriages are. But they don't do so without some type of guidance in place. Okay? They don't do so without some type of counseling happening in the beginning. You know, it's prearranged, but there's things happening. They don't say, okay, my son should marry your daughter tomorrow, and they get married without no type of conversation happening in the beginning. But yeah, Katina makes sure that she does everything she can to satisfy his wants and needs. I don't know when he's going to start satisfying hers. I don't even think at this point Katina even realizes what her wants and needs are. She puts them so far back on the wayside that that's all she doing is satisfying him. I don't really believe she knows what her wants and needs are. Where's her friend Jabari? Jabari, the guy who called him on his shit when they had their first meeting. The one who was supposed to be her best friend. And he ain't been back since. Did he tell that girl that she can't have that man as his friend? Because he already said it was going to be a problem. He said it was going to be a problem. Where is Jabari, Katina? Why is Jabari not there giving you advice? You met up with your sister-in-law and everybody that meets up with, that's all y'all want to talk about is sex. She shouldn't be fucking an abusive ass man anyway. However, I think that they already have. You cannot make me believe that they haven't. Her feelings are too caught up into somebody and you ain't had no sex with them like that. You too caught up, girl. He's a hoe. He's always been a hoe. So he can fuck you and not think nothing about you. For real. You know what I'm saying? That's his way of being. That's how he used to be. So if he is having sex with you, he ain't developing no feelings or relationships. But the thing is with Elijah, why he lies. He 1 week he in love with her, next week he ain't. Next week he fall in love with her, next week he not. This what I do for a woman in love. That's what I do that's how a man in love does. No, bruh, but you ain't in love. Okay? Let's clarify that. All these things, all these excuses, all this passion that you claim that you have, why you blow up on her and overreact on her, is all because you care about her so much. Men in love do stuff like that. Let your mouth tell it. But you ain't in love. Let your mouth tell it. Everything that he has said has been a common mindset for somebody who is an abuser. I only speak this way because I care. I'm real passionate because I care about you. Anybody out there that's been in an abusive situation, no doggone well they're hearing the same thing that they've been told. This man is a classic abuser, and he ain't even cute. He ain't even fine. Where y'all people keep saying like he fine. His motherfucking hairline running back to the back of his neck, scared of his own damn face. His own hairline scared of his fucking mouth. Talking about he cute. Oh, I can't stand that fucking neck tattoo he got here. It's like it get darker and darker each doggone episode. I can't stand him. He thinks she should be at the house cooking and cleaning and shucking and jiving while he off to work, but she has a job. You know, she works from home, so she still has a job. He's the type of person that wants her to Not necessarily pitching in 50-50. He wants her to do it all. He'll suggest that he'll help, but he wants her to say, no, baby, I got this. Because, he ain't never seen her work. Let him tell it. I think his mama said something like, why are you asking her to do something that you don't even do? Something like that. And when he talks to Michael sat there and listened to Katina's tears and the issues and aggravations that she had in this relationship. And to me, that conversation that Katina had with Michael and Jasmine, it was her screaming for help. Because I think it was one point in there that she said, Jasmine said, you need to tell him how you feel. And she was like, if he let you, sis, if he let you, you could tell him how you feel. He may not receive it, but you can tell him. He ain't gotta let you do a damn thing. Whether he receives it is up to him, but you could do it. Okay, unless you're afraid. Which, like I said, I'm afraid for you. I really just think, I just hope, this chick don't stick with this man. I do not understand why she's staying with him this long. She keeps making excuses like, he's really a good person. He's really a good person. He's trying to be a more calmer Elijah. Every time she says that, that's when he cuts up. Every single time. He's being a more calmer Elijah. Y'all been together 3 fucking weeks. How much blowing up has he done that now he has to practice being calmer, which he ain't doing yet. Okay. Katina, that girl, walk away. Okay. Speaking of cooking and cleaning and stuff like that, we're gonna move on to Steve and Noi. Noi getting on my damn nerves, y'all. Noi is getting on my nerves because, like when I told you, she's too needy. She needs too much ego stroking, in my opinion. She doesn't know how to communicate well. She pretends that she's shy in front of Steve. But she'd get on social media and blast their whole fucking relationship. She pretends that she's shy and that she don't know what to say or can't find the right words. Let her get upset, she'll cuss them the fuck out. She pretends that she's shy, and I was in a relationship like that before, and I feel like I didn't have a voice, so I kind of shut down. But when you get in front of Sriracha and then you just you annoying as shit, Noi. Noi is annoying. What happened to her other side? When we gonna see that fun loving, hey, turn up girl side that I said that I wanted to see? What was her name? I don't remember her name. But you know what I'm saying? What happened to her? The one who liked to wear wigs? We ain't seen none of that. They gave us all that personality in the cast, and it's been pushed to the wayside. Now Steve, on the other hand, Lord Jesus, and telling the major, I've been arguing with simple-minded motherfuckers on Twitter all week about this shit. People keep trying to tell me Steve just need to tell her that he rich and shut her the fuck up, and maybe he should dump her and then let her know that he a billionaire. Steve is not a billionaire. He's an unemployed man who wants to live a free-spirited lifestyle. That's what he is. Now, I'm going to say this about Steve. It's not that I dislike him. Steve actually is one of the more logical people on this show, except for when it comes to finances. But I hear so many people making excuses for this man. One person on Twitter told me that I got a slave mentality because I want him to work a 9 to 5. I just can't accept. I'm so stuck in my slave mentality because I don't know what it's like to have freedom to do what I want to do. He got enough money to save up to take care of this, that, and the third. He's taking care of 75% of the household, this, that, the third. First of all, Lifetime is paying for their rent and utilities. Only thing they have to do is buy food. That's it. And they still have to pay for their old places. That's true. Okay. So, initially, when on the wedding day, Noi asked Steve what was his plan. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to finances, you talking about having a kid, you talking about having children, you have a wife now. You still want to travel and live that free lifestyle. What is your plan financially in order to do so? And he's been so hush hush about his finances. Noe did mention that he has savings, and Steve has mentioned before that he would pick up a freelance job when he needs to. Now, let me just go with the terminology. If he's rich, he's set for life, he's living the American dream, as a lot of people want these terms they want to use, there would be no need to work when he needs to, because there won't be no need to work if he's that set. Okay, he's not rich, he's not a billionaire. He lost his job 4 months ago, and he said, people saying, oh, he's a world traveler, he gets this, that, and the third. He was world traveling when he had a job. Since he lost his job 4 months before the show started, he packed up, got into his car, and drove down to Florida and lived out of his car for 4 months is what he did. Now, I'm going to guess that Steve has roommates like everybody else on the show. There is not one person on this show, with the exception of Lindsay and Chris, that did not have roommates. Everyone else on this show had a roommate. Everyone else has a roommate. So I could guess that Steve probably didn't have one. He was a fucking engineer. However, he took off for 4 months, left his apartment sitting back in Boston. I was like, Steve got a roommate. We didn't really see. I'm thinking Steve has a roommate, but he probably don't. He may not. Okay, anyhow. But yeah, he wasn't world traveling since he's been unemployed. He picks up odd jobs here and there when he needs money. Okay, we learned, or I did, in case y'all didn't see it, Steve has $40,000 saved up. Y'all like, that's some money, that's good. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I forgot where I did my water. Hold on. All right, I'm back. $40,000 ain't no money. Let me break it down for you. Steve had, when he quit his job, $40,000 saved up. Okay? $40,000 on average is the yearly income of a fast food employee. On average. That's what Steve has saved up, right? Steve lived in Boston, Massachusetts, which is a very expensive place to live. The average rent will cost you somewhere between $1,500 to $2,000 a month if you don't have a roommate. Let's say he don't have a roommate because he was an engineer at first, right? Without a roommate, that means he's paying on average $1,500 a month to $2,000 a month on rent. That's rent, not utilities, not food, not car insurance, not gas, not household expenses like toiletries and good household goods, just rent. If he's paying that, within 1 year, his income is gone. Now, he left. He's been gone for 4 months. That's $6,000 of that $4,000 right there. That's $34,000 left over, right? He went traveling, had to spend gas money, had to eat. He lived out his car though. Okay, so I'm gonna knock off another for 4 months. Another $2,000. He got $32,000 left over. If he's claiming to be paying 75% of what's going on in that household, which, like I said, he only paying for food, that's more of his money gone right there. Steve does not have enough money to help take care of a wife, potentially have children, and find somewhere to live, and all the other expenses that come with being a responsible adult that's not living out of his car on the beach. Okay, I can understand him wanting to live in his car on the beach because he ain't got no bills. There's a lot of YouTubers out here that's doing that, and I be thinking, damn, how the fuck y'all doing that? They going to gas stations and taking showers and shit, but they still have jobs, jobs. So basically, Steve is living off of, where's my calculator? Okay, so 24,000. He living about 3,000. He's living off about $3,500 a month on average. That's actually more than a little bit more than fast food employee. Actually, no, a little bit more than fast food employee, but not really. That's poverty level, especially for a place like Boston. That's poverty level for himself, by himself. And now you have a wife and a little dog. So technically, Noi is the breadwinner. And one of the things that she said she did not want to do is be the breadwinner. She wanted to be not necessarily a kept woman, but she don't want to have to worry about where her husband's income is going to come from. Steve is upset that she ain't got no faith in him. She don't know you to have faith in you like that. Well, I guess to have faith is just to have blind faith, just to believe that he's going to be able to do what he can do. She does not know you, your character enough to know that you're a go-getter like that. You want her to just trust in you, and that's the problem that she had in the beginning, is trusting that she would not be broke. And you want to say she ain't doing enough around the house. At first you said, well, I'm doing all the cooking and the cleaning and the this and the that and the third. You know what I'm saying? Aren't you happy with that? He wanted to be a house husband. Remember? He wanted to be, I'll buy your clothes. I'll cook your dinner too soon as you get home from work. Not buy your clothes, but wash clothes. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to wash the clothes as soon as he got home from work. He wanted to do that. Okay. But now he wants her to cook and clean and take care of half of the responsibilities. She's the one with the full-time job. You different than Katina. Katina has a work from home job. Okay? And for Olajuwon to expect her to do everything, and she has a job as well as he does, is unfair. But for you to want her to work all day, then come home and help you cook and clean and do whatever and take care of the dog, when your ass been sitting there all day doing nothing but planning your dream. That's all you've been doing in your mind. You ain't even writing shit down. Now, the thing that got me too about this, about knowing, is she switched the game a little bit. Well, kind of, sort of. Because now Steve is saying he wants her to have a plan. He wants her to say what we spending money for. What do I need to make money for? Are we buying a house? She talked about that already. She said that on the wedding day. Are we going to have kids? You talked about that already. What we going to do? What exactly we need money for? I need a calculated plan. Knowing, although she asked him, that's what it is. I got you, Noi. I got you. I'm back with you, girl. You asked him for what his financial plan was. And Steve wants you to now make the plan. He wants you to say, this is what we need it for. This is what I got to do, this, that, and the third. You need to be the one to be responsible enough to say, I wanted a wife. I want a family. This is what I need to do financially to help take care of them. She don't need to be coming up with the plan. Fuck, she already got the job. She already got the job. You know what I'm saying? So knowing she doesn't want to come live with his ass after they say yes on decision day. So it lets me know they already gonna say yes. She doesn't want to go live with him because she doesn't feel comfortable with him. They're forced to live together now because, like I said, they ain't paying for shit. He went on that whole little spiel. I'm contributing to 75%. You're not paying for nothing there. You're not paying for anything there but food. That's all you paying for there. So once y'all get out and be on decision day, y'all have to find a place to live together. You can't live in her little bitty ass crib. Don't want to live in your little bitty ass crib. She wants a home. And from the likes of it, she's going to be the one that's going to be legally responsible to pay for it because she has the income. You have savings, but they don't look at your savings account when you renting a place. Now, if you buying a home, they may look at your savings then, but still, they want to know what's your steady stream of income to buy a home. He doesn't have a big inheritance going on. Nothing like that. And truth be told, like I said, I was talking to somebody on Twitter. $40,000 you could save. If you're an engineer, that's nothing to save. For real. If you budgeting your money correctly. On the engineer's income. It's nothing to save. So, Even though Noy is annoying as fuck, I'm still with her on that side. You need to come up with a plan on how you're going to help be responsible financially in this household. I shouldn't have to come up with this plan for you, and I'm not going to do it. She already verbally expressed to him what she wanted. Y'all sat down with Dr. Viviana and y'all let that shit out as well and explain the reasons why it's important to me. Now, her whole little 3-kid situation, that was, stupid, but still. But Steve's counter to the fact that she wanted 3 kids is, what if we have one with special needs? Well, if you have one with special needs, where the fuck is the money gonna come from to take care of that child? Who's gonna be paying those medical bills, Steve? Noy by herself? See, that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, moving on. Jasmina and Michael, who I thought was my favorite couple. I can say Jasmina gets on my doggone nerves at this particular time, her beautiful self. However, they are getting to a better place. I think it's going to blow up again. Like I said, Jasmina does not like Michael to have a voice for real. He cannot disagree with her. She expects him to open up and be vulnerable with her, and she's not doing it herself. She says that she lacks romance and she lacks passion from him, but you won't let the man touch you. Now, after he did the whole wedding reenactment, she said on Twitter, I think it was, or the after party, that she did kiss her husband, and that's about as much as they got. She probably gave him a peck on the cheek, probably gave him a kiss on the hand, something like that. Maybe gave him a peck on the top of his head, because she think he's a little pet any doggone way. He is going all out to be the father he can be to Mr. Feeney, the damn dog, to try to please her and kiss her ass. I think that Michael is one of the people who is really trying. Somebody said that, he needs too much guidance, but if you're a person that's trying to change who you are and this is new for you and you want to make sure that you aren't causing friction in your household, I like the fact that he's asking for what he wants and telling her what he needs in order to help him, form that bridge, instead of trying to read her fucking mind. Instead of trying to play guess games. He doesn't know her well enough to just automatically know what she wants and needs, with the exception of just being quiet. And she needs a yes man. That's what she wants. She wants a yes man. He already cut back his hours, because remember she said that she's not used to having a man that's around her and being with her. He's already cut back his hours at work. He already changed his schedule, but she's still not happy. We've already determined that it's just the fact that he disagrees with her or has a different point of view from her, that's what she considers having a tone. We've already established that, I still think that they could work. And I always say, if they just get out of each other's way, get out of their own way. But now I'm so more that if Jasmina loosens the rein a little bit, I think it's J Dubs. I've been watching J Dubs and Darlene Tracy on this show. I think it was him that said that Michael just needed to step up and go for it. And I want to say it was either Dr. Cal that said it too, or one of his friends said, dude, his sister. He was talking to his sister. And she was like, just try it. Go for it. I mean, you ain't got to go for the big thing, but at least go for a kiss, hold a hand, something like that. I do believe that she will recoil. And she said she don't feel nothing for him. It's been all this time and she don't feel nothing. It's really only been 3-4 weeks, child. It really is. And you've been shutting the man down at every turn. He's trying to be patient and respect who you are and what you said you wanted. We already know that he's waiting on you to make the move or to give him the signal that it's okay for him to proceed. I don't know what more y'all want from Michael. Because I really think that if he goes in for a kiss or a hug or any type of affectionate move, she's gonna shut that shit down. He's gonna feel rejected. He's gonna close back off. Lindsay and Mark just need to hang it the fuck up. They just need to hang it up. Like, for real. Lindsay has absolutely no respect for Mark. There's too many comments that she makes about him being a Guido, about him doing this, about that. She's low-key shading him based on stereotypes. She's very manipulative as well. There was one statement she said a couple shows ago to Elijah Wine. We're very much alike. You are. You're very manipulative as well. She thinks that she should be treated like royalty. And in most cases, he's not disrespecting her in any way, but she just thinks that he should kiss her ass. You know what I'm saying? She thinks that he should spread her booty cheeks and go right in for the sphincter. You know, and she could be like, and she could put in his damn face and laugh about it. She takes pride in humiliating him. Now, Mark has not been any angel. He takes every chance he can to throw her under the bus as well. And I'm going to say this, the same thing I said about Katina. This is Mark's way of saying, help me. I want out. At this stage, Mark is trying to prove to himself that everybody else is right about Lindsay. Everybody talks about how good of a person she is. She does so much for you. But I told y'all before, she only does things for Mark just so she can get the applause. That's it. She's the type of person that will give you a gift and then you ain't say thank you. You ain't did it. My uncle did that to me before. I told y'all before, right? My uncle gave me $20 one time and took me to the store. And then got mad that I didn't buy him nothing with my $20. You gave the money to me, it's for me. And to the day he died, he was telling everybody that story about how I was so inconsiderate that I wouldn't buy him something. She gives you things just so you could do something for her in return. That is Lindsay. Okay, my cousin did that to me before. She's an older cousin. She's my mom age. Bought me 2 cheeseburgers from McDonald's, right? You know, the cheeseburger meal come with 2. Bought me that. No, was it a cheese? 2 cheese? It wasn't 2 cheeseburgers. It was just a single Happy Meal. Bought me a Happy Meal. And then goes around to the day she died talking about Nene didn't give her a bite of that damn sandwich. The type of people that do shit for you just so they can get a praise. They need a praise break from everybody else so everybody else can say what shining light they are. You know, she does acts of service for people, but she does acts of service just to get a pat on the fucking back. And even if he pat her on the back, he bet he ain't doing it loud enough. Ain't nobody caught wind. Ain't nobody caught wind and she patting him on the back. I don't give you appreciation. You don't even say thank you. You don't show gratitude for all that I do for you. This sounds to me like Lindsay's mama talking to her. We don't know the whole details and the fullness of that relationship that she has with her mother. We just know it's strained. It's hella bad because even the daddy talks about how hella bad it is. It sounds like this is something that Lindsay's mother may have said to her. Consider her ungrateful. I brought you into this world and this is how you treat me. That's the type of mentality that I'm hearing when I listen to Lindsay speak to Mark. And like I said, Mark is trying his best to prove to himself, not to us, but to prove to himself that he should like Lindsay because everybody else is telling him he should. Because she's done such great things. She has done great things for me. So he needs to love her. I care about her deeply, but every time he gets out with somebody else and he starts talking about it, you could tell this man is not happy. He's not happy. I'm starting to think that when he does have sex with her, it's forced too. That's why the last couple times that he did it with her, he was like, well, she wasn't satisfied. He had his 2 pumps and went. Because I think now it's a chore instead of something that he actually wants to do. All these couples should break up. All these couples should break up. This is supposed to be one long extended video. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not gonna do that. There's gonna be put a ring on it. I mean, not put a ring on it. Married at first sight only. And I'm gonna try to roll into the next video in a few minutes. Let's get this married at first sight up for y'all. I'll talk to you again in the next video. Peace.